Hi everyone, it's Corinne, and wow, I am so excited to share this video with you. I had the opportunity to speak with the man himself, Jeffrey Hirsch, in regards to his part that makes this book, The Stock Trader's Almanac. This is, of course, this year's edition at the time of this video, and you can get your copy at the www.thestocktradersalmanac.com. I'll link all his information in the description below, and that's stocktradersalmanac.com. And I really enjoyed our Q&A. I've had some questions that I've had in my head for several years, and he answered all of them. And I also know that some of you guys have asked some questions in my previous videos that I had spoken about his book, and he also answers those questions. So again, like this video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to this channel. I really think you're going to like this. Don't miss a minute. Watch from beginning to end. The minute, it just gets better minute by minute. And we also talked about the whole debacle that happened with GME and AMC. And I really liked what he said about that. And that's towards the end. So again, stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, and enjoy the video. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you more soon. Bye.
There we
Great.
go.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for just speaking with me about the Stock Traders Almanac. I am very excited, and again, I know you are very busy. So again, tell us more about yourself and what you do, because I respect your time and all that you do. So.
Well, I had the gift of a father whose shoulders I stand on, Yale Hirsch, who's still on page 3, or excuse me, page 2 in the editor emeritus,
Yes, I
the
see
old
that.
guy. So I just saw him the other day. He's 97 in the nursing home.
Great.
In the memory unit, not quite as, doesn't have everything there, but he's still able to joke with me and squeeze my hand and have a good time. So Yale, my illustrious father, back in the old days, was working at a place called Indicator Digest in Palisades Park, New Jersey. It's a newsletter. Ended up being a proving grounds for newsletter writers and analysts, and it was started by his cousin, my godfather, Samson Koslow, who's a songwriter, has an Oscar for a short movie. He also produced Copacabana, et cetera, so forth. Anyway, Sam had gotten burned in the market when he sold his publishing company to RCA back in the 20s, and then became a student of the market, ran an ad in Barron's for this newsletter. It hit, back in 1961. He called my father, who's working in the songwriting business. Yale, come run operations for me. After a bunch of years, Dad had the epiphany to go out on his own and create the Stock Trader's Almanac, to take all these indicators, patterns, and trends and put in a calendar format, as you know, you're familiar with the book, so that you can follow the market schedule along with your own.
Yes.
So he started the company the year I was born, before I was born. The first book came out when I was about 1.5 in 67, the 68 Almanac. And we've been producing it ever since. I grew up around it, learned at his feet, used to run a lot of the numbers by hand with an adding machine and graph paper. And so I was born, bred, weaned, raised on trends and patterns. And then in 1989, I started working with him full time. I mean, I used to work in the mailroom and ship books. And, in the 70s, we moved the office back to our house. We redid the garage, and he didn't like commuting anymore. So we had the whole operation out of our home in Old Tappan, New Jersey. And then, I came on board, 1990 full time. Developed a bunch of things, brought it onto the computer. Now, Christopher, who you know from my partner and director of research, he's got it all in some software that we use, proprietary. And I took over fully about 2000, 2001, around when I got married. And, the rest is history. And, we proudly stand on his shoulders. I think we've built a lot on what he's done. Like the January indicator trifecta in the newsletter versus just the January barometer Santa Claus rally, which is a little bit more effective. And we've improved some things. The way we do some calculations, a little more accurate, because it's not, pencil and paper. But so that's how I got into it. And, been doing it for over 30 years now.
That's excellent. That's excellent. And I have not been working with this, as you know, maybe some other videos. As far as I've been using this, the icons, as far as I love the bull and bear icons on here, they are really accurate. They are. I mean, there are some
Not,
days and so forth
not
where
perfect.
it's perfect, but I've made a lot of winning trades with this. So
Fantastic.
thank you.
So, that answers one of the questions you said to me, offline, which is this book for individuals or pros? I mean, you're an individual. It's for individuals. It's for pros. One of our old, ads for each book was, why is this book on the desk of so many top money managers? And it's in both places. The big, expanse of the business in the beginning was selling it to stockbrokers. Now they're called advisors, but and they give it to clients. I mean, our firm probabilities fund, which I know you know about, we stamp our logo on there, send it out to advisors, and they use it. So, I mean, we used to ship books all around the world. I mean, some they still go there, but I mean, that was my Monday Night Football activity. Was I go down and pack up all the books and ship them all out, put the postage on them, load them up the next day, and the brokers would buy 10, 20, 200, some even more. So it's for advisors, for money managers, and for self-directed individual traders. And even if there's 2 trades a year, you do out of it, like the best and worst 6 months.
Yeah,
It definitely pays for the price of the book and even the price of the subscription. So it's something we're proud of.
that's excellent. That's excellent. And may I ask you, what other books do you have so my viewers, everyone else, can know besides this book that's worked so well?
I did a book called Almanac Investor. I think it was '06 we did it. That was a lot of seasonal sector trading stuff. I'm not sure if that's still in print. I think there's some copies available out there.
Okay.
I mean, I have a list of them on when I do a slide presentation. The Super Boom, which why the Dow will hit 38,820 by the year 2025, which is built on a cycle that Yale discovered back in 76 after the 74 low during the end after the end of Vietnam, and that same pattern's materialized back then. So I came up with that forecast back in May of 2010, and with the Dow at 10,000, people thought I was nuts. Now we're here over 30, and it's like, oh well, maybe there's something to it.
Yes.
And it's not one of those like defined the time period cycles, the 17 and a half year trend or the 18-year cycle. It's based upon events in history, mostly war and inflation. So World War I, the boom afterwards. I have a nice chart that shows up World War II, the secular bear. I'll show you and the chart afterwards. Get a little New Yorker hand gesticulation there, and then the bottom we had in the secular we had in March '09, and then the 2016 mini bear, which is noted on page 131. Right? Yeah. That mini bear, February 2016.
Sweet.
That's kind of like our 1982 moment
Awesome.
for this secular bear market. There you go.
Awesome.
So, then there's the little book of stock market cycles, which is one of those little books. And yeah, we had the Commodity Traders Almanac. We're thinking about resurrecting that. We got the rights back for that.
I would love that. Yes.
There wasn't enough people like the Stock Traders Almanac. There was a lot more copies of it. We're also pursuing perhaps doing some foreign market Stock Traders Almanacs. I'm looking for some partners on that because with the fund and the almanac and all that stuff you need a little help. There's a lot of time involved. So we're actively talking to people about that. And so those are the other books, and of course the newsletter. We used to do at one point we were doing 6 newsletters. I had like a dozen or so people working for us, and I had a mutual fund newsletter, Beating the Dow, a Ground Floor, Smart Money, Higher Returns, and Torah on Timing.
Excellent. Okay, great.
Go ahead. I'll stop talking. You asked me something else.
No, it's fine. You're giving a lot of good information that I really appreciate. You actually answered a lot of my questions, but I really appreciate that. And I also had someone that mentioned that they really do enjoy the charts that you add each month up here. What made you all think about doing that? These are also very helpful to me.
I'm not sure what the original epiphany was or the original, aha moment, but it was something that we were doing way back. It's brainchild to Yale, and that was one of the first calculations I did because it's based on trading days, and any given month has a different number of trading days in any given year. It's usually around 20 or 21 or 22, usually 2021, but there's, you got months with a lot of holidays in it. You got February. So we, put a lot of importance on beginnings, ends, and middles of things.
Okay.
If you go back to page 147, which is the, I'll let you flash it since you're.
That's fine. Thank you.
145 is actually where you want to look. I'm sorry. That's the S&P. 140,
Oh, yeah.
146 is the NASDAQ.
Gotcha. Right here.
Yeah. So you can see the old version up through 81. There was no mid-month spike there.
Yes.
And we saw that change. I mean, I was there when we discovered that with Yale when I was working with them. And it was really the influx of the mid-month payroll deductions that go into 401ks. Mostly into IRAs too, but all that target, or whatever the allocating, and money managers, the pension fund managers, they have to put that money somewhere, so it goes into the market, and it changed that pattern. So that's the combined, typical month, but each individual month, I mean, I remember just doing that from the beginning. I mean, that was one of the things I used to do by hand with graph paper.
Yes.
And it helps give you an idea of the Almanac page you showed. Like with March, you can see on page 35, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that end of month, end of Q1. No, it's not 35. I'm sorry, it's 30.
Okay. Yes, right here. Yep.
So that end, you got some highlighting there. Look at you.
Oh, tons of highlighting. What? The first.
Just a side story. I'll probably be going out to physical conferences again, and you should probably come to one. Money shows. I was just talking with the head of the money show, Kim. We're working on some stuff, and I go to these things, and people come up to me, little old ladies or whatever, and they show me the book, and I have some pictures that's like marked. There's like words everywhere. Oh, here's when I had Dad sign in the home.
Oh, awesome! Oh, great! That's awesome. Oh, yeah. No.
I got a couple stashed away. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, that'd be great. No, I have. Oh my gosh, I have a ton. I loved your outlook.
Yeah, exact. That, and people want to know how to use it. That's how you use it. You write stuff in there. I saw you flash the back. You hit a soft spot on my heart on one of your videos when you flashed the battle for investment survival, the survival checklist.
Yes.
I mean, we still do a lot with stocks. I don't know if you check the newsletter, but this was one of the first things that Dad taught me when we started analyzing stocks. That ruling reason, writing things down. I got notes scribbled over here on the side that they may never end up anywhere, but I just, my thoughts come out over here. Absolutely. You're typing over here, so it really helps to jot things down if you need to. Yes. I only wish my handwriting was better, but.
No, same here. I'll be honest. Was a little crybaby. I do love this so much. Just the details of it for any investor. The fact that it's very detailed and it helps me a lot. So I try to apply that to other notebooks that I have. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. And it's we do too. And if you look, the previous page is important because it tells you sort of how to use that back page.
Yes. Okay.
The battle plan. Yes. And then if you flip back another page to 189.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Gotcha. Go back one more to 189. This is important too for people with their investments. If you don't profit from your investment mistakes, somebody else will.
Yes.
My son came in and mentioned a stock to me. I'm keeping track of his. He told me about AMC. He's like, Dad, can I borrow some money? I want to buy AMC. I'm like, what? Yeah. Where did you ever read it? I'm like, okay. Let's not jump into that and lose our money right away. If you're gonna be in there day trading and be really slick, okay, you could probably make some money in that. But let's not just go buying it and thinking it's gonna go up.
Right. And I know this is a little off topic. I would love to get your input on what you feel about that situation, as far as your experience that you've had in the markets. How do you feel about the whole GME AMC situation? I know
the Robinhood thing. It's fraud. Yeah. It's collusion. It's stock manipulation.
Yes.
It's really it's like the old Yahoo forums from what you got the crooked nose guys from Long Island or Boca pumping up stocks. It's a pump and dump.
Absolutely.
I mean. It's amazing that it's so publicly talked about. I mean, the SEC is looking into this. I mean, it's not. I mean, people like me and you I'm a professional, but I also trade. I also do so many things. I'm not paying attention, sitting there clicking and trading, candles on a 5-minute basis. But moms and pops, kids are going to lose money by getting sucked in. They hear about it, and I don't think it's kosher at a bare minimum, ethical,
Right.
possibly not even legal.
No, I definitely agree. I appreciate that. I appreciate your insight. So, but no, thank you so much. So again, from what you're telling everyone that this is for everyone to use, and this book does contain a wealth of information that, again, it is mind blowing that you all have gotten all this into one book. But again, I also have heard that some people buy even the older books that you all have. So just because this is 2001, some people buy the 2020, 2019, and 18. And where can people find these books? These great.
Well, I mean, you can come to me. I don't sell them online myself,
Okay.
but you can order them from me on the phone or email. I mean,
Excellent.
easily. Amazon wasn't doing a great job this year, but there's some out there. I have, some archives of old books that I've given to people for different reasons. I think somebody was retiring at some firm and they wanted to get them the book from the year that they started working or something like that, which was kind of. So I went up into the garage and pulled one out. I gotta have to get in there after the snow up here and make sure where things are at.
Right. That's okay. Thank
But
you.
they can reach out to us. Some of them are available on the internet. I would try Amazon, but stocktradersalmanac.com. Our numbers on there. What is it? 845-875-9582, I think is the business line, right? You just called that. Give us a holler. Let us know what you're looking for. We'll see what we can do.
Awesome. Well, thank you for this. And again, I appreciate your time. And I will, whenever I can speak with you soon, that would be great. Thank you so much, Jeff.
My pleasure. Appreciate what you do.